All right, take a look at this haze. This was from earlier today at Mohegan Sun. That orange hue has colored the skies in Connecticut and, in fact, all across the Northeast today. New York City got it, too. It's wildfire smoke from Minnesota and Canada that has turned today's forecast completely on its head. And that's why we've extended the weather impact alert. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Annette Montgomery. Our attention, of course, is still on the high temperatures, but the air quality is now added to the mix. So let's get out to Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rachel, it's hot, but this smoke is cooling you down.
Yeah, definitely not as hot as it could be if we had full sunshine and I mean blue skies, because we've got that haze out there. You can see it, you can smell it, and unfortunately, I don't see any relief in sight into the day tomorrow. So an air quality alert is in effect right now, and that's issued by the National Weather Service and the DEEP to warn people when the air quality is at unhealthy levels. And that's where it is right now. Not just unhealthy for sensitive individuals like those with respiratory problems, but unhealthy for anyone outside, as all those particles from wildfires can get into your lungs and can even get absorbed into your bloodstream. So if you are especially sensitive, I would consider wearing an N95 mask if you have to spend extended periods of time outside. And unfortunately, as I mentioned before, we will continue to see unhealthy levels of air quality into the day tomorrow as well. You can actually see that smoke traveling all the way from Canada right into Connecticut. And over the next 24 hours, we will see a drop in humidity. Temperatures will be in the 60s as we head towards daybreak. And tomorrow we're in the 80s, warm, less humid, but the smoky skies continue. Perhaps some relief on Friday. Your full forecast is coming up.
And Rachel said to take a look. This is a live look outside of Mohegan Sun. You can see it looks pretty ominous out there today as the sky is nasty with all that smoke in the air coming down from those Canada wildfires. And of course, that smoke is causing issues for people with respiratory issues. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules joins us live in Hartford. Alicia, you spoke with a doctor. What tips did they share about how people can tolerate the poor air quality?
Annette, as you can see, the smoke is thick and it definitely smells like it out here. A doctor I spoke with says he's seen more people come into the emergency room with respiratory illnesses, all thanks to the wildfires to the north.
You have to listen to your body.
Dr. Jeffrey Chupp, a professor of medicine at the Yale School of Medicine and the Division of Critical and Pulmonary Care, says take care of yourself. He says with the wildfire smoke in the air, there are heightened concerns for people with respiratory illnesses like asthma or COPD.
And really any chronic lung condition where there's already an inflammatory response in your lung that can get exacerbated or increased by inhaling this smoke, especially for long periods of time.
The smoke blanketing our state is from the more than 800 wildfires burning across Canada. High winds are pushing the smoke from the Midwest all the way here to New England.
My eyes are irritated just being outside.
Meryl Reese of Glastonbury is one of the many people who say it's been difficult to breathe and even see in the smoke. And that's keeping many people inside.
It's like a ghost town. Nobody was out walking.
She says she's limiting how much time she's spending outside with her dog. Now she is worried for her son, who was planning to go to an outdoor festival.
I have a son who's gone to a bluegrass festival out in New York on a farm and is going to be camping out for 4 days, and I'm worried about how he's going to be.
Dr. Chupp says the smoke can also increase risks for people with underlying eye issues.
The smoke that gets in their eyes can make that inflammation worse.
If you're outside and you're not feeling well, doctors say to go back inside. And if it gets worse, they say to seek medical help. Now, I'm about to go back inside myself as it's getting pretty gross out here. Live in Hartford, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Alicia, thank you. Now, this poor air quality and heat are creating a tough combination across Connecticut. In the next half hour, we'll tell you how your HVAC system can help protect your home, but also how it could actually be making things worse. In the meantime, as we mentioned, there are more than 100 wildfires burning in Canada right now. That smoke is spreading across much of the Midwest and Northeast U.S., and that is creating this unhealthy air as another round of heat moves in. In Minnesota, thousands of campers are being evacuated from a remote wilderness area where lightning-sparked fires continue to grow. Health experts say the combination of smoke and extreme heat can be especially dangerous, and they are urging people to stay indoors when possible, keep your windows closed, and wear an N95 mask if you do need to be outside. There have been no reported injuries or deaths.
And in other weather news, if you are taking Amtrak over the next few days, plan ahead. With extreme heat in the forecast, some trains could run at reduced speeds and see delays between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. from now through Friday. Amtrak says that it has already adjusted some service and notified affected passengers, but travelers should still check their train status before heading to the station. And remember, you can stay up to date on the weather impact alert and any future ones right now on the Fox 61 app. There you can also find a 24/7 live radar and track the weather as it changes. A bomb threat forced people who live in a nursing home to evacuate.
But it turns out there was no bomb. Fox 61's Solene Arif joins us live from Willimantic. And Solene, this had to be a scary situation for people who live there.
Oh, absolutely it was. And the bomb threat was called in at around 8:15 in the morning here at the Vanderman place. And I can tell you the employee who took the call was just absolutely shocked to hear it. Fortunately, it was a fake call, but still it was just a terrifying situation for everybody who had to be evacuated. Some people in Willimantic, like Dylan Ducharme, say it makes no sense why the nursing home was threatened.
It's pretty serious. It's not a joke. It's not funny.
And Catherine Bargnesi agrees. She works for admissions and marketing at Vanderman. She says as soon as a staff member took the call, they followed protocol and acted fast to get everyone out safely.
The authorities were immediately called. The Willimantic Police Department, Willimantic Fire Department were on scene within minutes for the safety of our residents, that we were to evacuate all staff and residents from the facility.
Dozens of people who lived there, as well as the staff, all had to immediately drop what they were doing and leave.
It was early in the morning, of course, so a lot of our residents were still in bed. Some of them were having breakfast, etc. So it was a very tense moment.
While they were getting everybody far away from the property, police were figuring out the threat wasn't real, even though the fear was.
Thanks to the Hartford Police Department bomb squad and Humphrey, their bomb-sniffing dog, and of course the Willimantic Fire Department and Willimantic Police Department, the grounds and the building and all surrounding areas were cleared.
Police are now trying to find the caller. Once they're caught, they'll get charged for threatening innocent people.
It makes me believe that there really is evil out there. It's not like they have a certain political affiliation or anything. It's literally just trying to hurt defenseless people.
Bargnesi says it was good to see how many other organizations and mutual aid departments stepped up to help them on a terrifying day.
All area nursing homes were notified and gave us amazing information about what transportation things they had available.
Now everybody who lives here is back home tonight. In fact, they were actually able to return just a couple of hours after the bomb threat was called. And for now, there's been no word from Willimantic police about any arrests made or persons of interest. Live in Willimantic, Solene Arif, Fox 61.
Solene, thank you. A local grieving family now has some answers 3 years after their loved one was shot and killed while waiting for a bus. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson joins us live from New Haven now. And Victoria, we understand 2 suspects are actually behind bars.
That's right, Brent, but I wanted to take you guys back to where it started. It was right here in 2023 when Ramon Yates was shot just waiting for the bus. And now 3 years later, New Haven police have 2 suspects in custody. They said they were able to make those arrests with new DNA and digital evidence.
That afternoon, I remember later seeing the video from the church, 2 individuals that were very deliberately and calculated in their shots towards Ramon.
The case still haunts many here in New Haven. We first shared this shocking surveillance footage with you in 2023. Now, this month, New Haven police charged Talon Jackson and Devin Gardner with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and carrying a pistol without a permit. They are both being held on a $2 million bond. The suspects were 16 and 17 at the time of the crime. New Haven PD chaplain Pastor John Lewis says this was another hard hit for the community.
So we're not just dealing with adults anymore. We're dealing with juveniles. juveniles. So the parents have to be involved.
New Haven Police Chief David Zanelli says the arrest came from looking at old and new digital DNA and surveillance evidence.
Sometimes when changes get made over the course of 3 to 4 years, there are different techniques that can do things like the processing of DNA evidence.
Police say both suspects were known to them before these charges, and Gardner had a recent run-in with police surrounding firearm possession charges. Police are still trying to determine a motive for the murder as the Yates family tries to move forward.
Though his life, was tragically cut short, his legacy of kindness, resilience, and compassion will never be forgotten.
Police did say that they know the two suspects knew Yates, but they're still working on a motive. What we do know is that the two suspects will have their first day in court August 5th. In New Haven, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Well, officials in Massachusetts say they believe they recovered the body of a Connecticut man yesterday from the Connecticut River. Now, this was up in Northampton. The chief medical examiner hasn't identified him yet, but investigators believe it's 36-year-old Jonathan Maxwell. Maxwell was reported missing Saturday. Detectives say there are no signs that any crime was committed, but Massachusetts State Police and Northampton Police are still investigating.
And police say 2 minors fought off a Southbury man who they said tried to sexually assault them at a state park. Darius Moreno was in court today on several charges, including assault and strangulation. Police say it happened yesterday at Kettletown State Park. Investigators say Moreno threatened the minors with a knife before trying to attack them. They say bystanders helped get Moreno off the victims. Police didn't say if anyone was hurt.